Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We're here to talk about the match between Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, and later in this video we're also going to be talking about Lionel Messi and the massive update regarding this player. If you guys want to skip to that section regarding Messi, you guys can. So everything is going to be organized down below on the timeline, and so if you guys do not want to listen to the pre-match preview between Atletico Madrid and Barcelona, again, you can just skip it. I organized everything for you guys, and I hope that you guys do enjoy overall, like, you know, this whole video. We do have a big story to tell. So if you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. I'm happy that you guys are joining this Barcelona family where we do talk about everything about FC Barcelona. And so let's get to it. And let's first talk about Atletico Madrid and FC Barcelona. So Barcelona is going to be hosting Atletico Madrid. It's going to be a huge game, a game where I think that if we can win games like this, we can claim to be champions, and we have to. We cannot allow to lose this match or to tie this match. This is a must win. And even though we are still 11 points ahead of Real Madrid, who are in second place, we want to put the league away as soon as possible. Like, we want to win La Liga tomorrow, if that's even possible, because I just feel like it's good for the squad to release all of this tension and like all of this expectations coming from the players, because I know that they're getting nervous. I know that they're getting very tense because they are expected to win La Liga. And the longer we do drag this out and like we tie games or lose games, the more nerve-wracking it could be, which is why I do say that these players need to put the league win away as soon as possible. Like, if it's possible for us to win the league by the time we do face Espanyol, let's do it. Like, let's go. Let's get all the 3 points we hit Espanyol, and let's claim champions as soon as possible. It's going to be benefiting all players, as a matter of fact, because we're not going to be experiencing no injuries. Like, these players don't have to play 100% until the end of the season. We can give the youth a chance, like, for example, Lamine Yamal, who we are going to be talking about later in this video. And then by the time we do win La Liga, we can just focus on the next season ahead, because from there, the season will be over, and we would potentially finish this season with 2 trophies, which is a massive upgrade from the previous one. Now look, it's not going to be easy. We're talking about Atletico Madrid here. They are a very strong team. You talk about a team that has a Griezmann who is on form, Carrasco, who we know is a great player and also linked to Barcelona. They have Correa also. They're not going to be having Memphis Depay because he is injured, but still, they have many great quality players, and they can greatly harm Barcelona and score a couple of goals if Barcelona is not careful. In terms of their overall performance and how they have been doing this season, they are in 3rd place when it comes to goals per 90 with a total of 1.6 goals per 90. In terms of conceded goals per 90, they are in 2nd place, and they only allow 0.7 goals per 90 minutes, who are just below FC Barcelona. And then when it comes to clean sheets, they have a total of 12 clean sheets, which puts them in 2nd place. So defensively, they are very well rounded. Now, surprisingly, right, Barcelona do have a better defense. We have almost double the clean sheets of Atletico Madrid. We allow 0.3 goals per 90 instead of 0.7, which is the number that Atletico Madrid do have. So overall, Barcelona is the much better team. But if they do let their guard down and they perform at a very low level, it is possible that Atletico Madrid could take away some points from us, and we cannot allow that. So Diego Simeone was very surprised with the way Barcelona have been performing this season, and he even praised this current version of Barcelona, and this is what he did say: "I like this Barcelona. It's different. They have been growing, and they have had a great season. They have improved in defense, and it's a plus for them due to the characteristics of their players, and an improved backline has all added value to Xavi's work." And so we have to back this type of statement at the Camp Nou and show that we can continue to have more and more clean sheets and shut down the attack of Atletico Madrid. And you better bet that Atletico Madrid are going to want to show up. Like, they love situations like this. They love to show up in occasions where they know that they can harm Barcelona, and Barcelona is in a very intense spot. So Xavi is going to need to find some answers to score goals. And surprisingly, right, if we look at the squad list here, Barcelona are going to be having a huge boost against Atletico. They're going to be having Frenkie. They will be having Pedri. They have made it to the squad finally after like 3 to 4 months without these 2 players together. Barcelona can finally go back into fluid football. Barcelona can now have more control of the game. They will have answers towards having to face deep to mid blocks all the time. Frenkie and Pedri are the answers to that. And even when it comes to like the opposition pressing us, we finally have a press resistant player back, which is Frenkie de Jong. So Barcelona in the past 10 games, they have lost a lot of tempo and a lot of control, and it slowly started to fade away. But now with Pedri and Frenkie back, it's a huge boost. We will be having everything gel well together once more. And so according to Javi Miguel, he has stated that Frenkie and Pedri will be aiming to get into the starting 11, which is, again, big news, because many were expecting for Pedri and Frenkie to, like, yes, be in the squad, but maybe play in the last 20 minutes of the match. But no, Pedri and Frenkie could actually be starting. So it really depends on how the sensations are going to be feeling by tomorrow, like 6 hours before the match does start. And then you may also be questioning, what about Christensen and Dembele? Xavi has explained that Dembele is almost fit and that in about 7 days he will be back. As for Christensen, he is almost also 100% fit, just like Dembele. but they will not be facing Atletico Madrid. So most likely we will be betting on Rafinha to take on the right wing position because Dembele is not going to be there, and we're also going to be having Marcos Alonso take on Christensen's role. And it does get me very nervous, right? Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Like, I know that, you know, Marcos Alonso has had great performances here and there through this season, but when you are facing a team like Atletico, they're gonna want to pressure you, and especially in the back line. And we have seen Alonso not react very well to high pressure. But in the end, I know that everybody's happy to see Pedri and Frenkie returning, and especially Lewandowski. Like, Lewandowski is like, man, where has been my favorite player? Where is Pedri? I need that player that can create chances for me. Like, you guys remember what happened 6 months ago in the first 3 months of the season where we saw that infamous duo between Pedri and Lewandowski just assisting each other? We need to see that duo back, and we know that Lewandowski also does want that. Now, going on into this squad list, and as we continue to look down in the bottom right corner, we can also see Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal will be having his chance to maybe play against Atletico Madrid. With him being called up, it does say here, according to Adria Albets, that Lamine Yamal, at just 15 years old, is now the youngest ever Barcelona player to get called up for a senior game. And to be honest, I'm not really that surprised. I know that for the people who do not really follow Barcelona as intensely as I do are surprised, but I'm not really surprised because I have been seeing Yamal outperform so many players through the B team, and he just looks like he's ready. Like, he looks like he's ready to be, at the very least, a substitute for the first team. As a matter of fact, Lamine Yamal has been so impressive by outperforming players who are older than him by like 4 to 5 years that there has been other clubs in Europe that have been trying to get this player in. But according to Albert Rogue, it does say here that top clubs in Europe, yes, have been trying to convince Yamal for months, but Barcelona are optimistic about renewing his contract soon because Yamal is also very committed to FC Barcelona, so he will not be going nowhere. There's a reason why Barcelona are going to be calling him up against Atletico Madrid, is because they highly do value this player. They do believe that he can provide results, and Xavi has also praised this player during the pre-match press conference, and this is what he said: everyone on the list has chances to play. Lamine Yamal can help us because despite being so young, he has a lot of talent and personality. We have a player who can mark an era at the club, and we are not afraid to call him. Lamine Yamal has natural talent and has an incredible self-confidence, and so I'm excited. And do I expect Lamine Yamal to play 90 minutes against Atletico Madrid? No, I don't think so, but I think it's really going to be depending on how Barcelona do beat Atletico Madrid. Let's say, for example, Barcelona are winning 3-4-0 by the 85th minute. I could expect to see Lamine Yamal come in and play the last 5 to 10 minutes of the match, and hopefully that ends up happening because that's what Barcelona should be doing. They should be putting the game away very early. And so, moving on from Lamine Yamal, let's talk about the most predicted starting 11 that we could see. I do expect to see Ter Stegen in goal, with Koundé, Araujo, Marcos Alonso, and Alejandro Balde in the back line, with our 4-man midfield being Frenkie, Busquets, Pedri, and Gavi. Yes, I do think that Pedri and Frenkie will be starting, just like I said in the reports, and then having our only attackers being Rafinha and Lewandowski. Again, if these players can do their job, we put the game away early, we can see Lamine Yamal make his debut, which will be a very exciting time for everybody. So now let's move on and step away from the pre-match preview, and let's talk about the latest regarding Lionel Messi. So after seeing Gerard Romero dance for about 20 to 30 minutes, he has finally reported what is the latest regarding Messi, and this is what he did state. Messi is in Barcelona right now. He was accompanied by his whole family in Barcelona, Pepe Costa and his assistants. Messi arrived in Barcelona with 15 suitcases. It's just not a regular visit. So many were saying, but this does not really matter. Messi usually visits Barcelona every like 2 or 3 months. It's not really of a big deal. But the fact that Messi was there with his whole family, bringing like a total of like 10 to 11 people with him, and also bringing in 15 suitcases, just like Gerard Romero did state, this is not a regular visit. I do think that there is something going on that we do not know yet, and I do believe that this deal is probably 99% complete. And yes, it may seem like this signing is going by so fast. It's because it is. It was also reported earlier today that Messi wants to know how his future will look like before the season ends, which is the reason why Barcelona is moving so fast, is because Messi wants to know, am I going to be at Barcelona or PSG? Because if I can be signed by Barcelona, I will renew with PSG. And I'm sure the reason why Messi wants to know so bad is because maybe he wants to be in the preseason with whoever, whether it's PSG or Barcelona. Barcelona, most importantly, right? Because he wants to aim to have a great season next season and be maximally prepared. And I do assume that Xavi Hernandez is going to be maximally prepared to use Messi during the preseason in order for them to gracefully go into the start of the season and start off with a bang, scoring goals, providing assists. So again, we'll see what happens, because this is a huge deal, and hopefully Messi can complete the move to Barcelona by June and join the preseason. So that is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.